welcome to INCRadio Hawaii Pacific. Featuring the brothers and sisters of the Ecclesiastical District of Hawaii Pacific. Mahalo for tuning in. See you soon.
Morning, good evening, and a very good afternoon. Well, actually, it is evening here in the District of Hawaii Pacific because time check, it is currently 10:02 p.m. here in the lovely islands of Hawaii in the District of Hawaii Pacific. And again, welcome to INC Radio. We said it before, but INC Radio Hawaii Pacific. We're so glad that you are here with us, tuning in, and that you're watching us there on YouTube, and even for the brethren that are live with us right now. You might hear them, and if you do, just let us know. But I am Brother Joshua Garland. Nice to meet you. Nice to see you. And nice to have you again here on another week of INC Radio. Isn't that right, Sister Janine?
Yes, it is, Brother Josh. If for anyone who doesn't know, I'm Sister Julie. Nice to meet you. Nice to see you. I am Brother Josh's co-host for today. He is the one who will be talking mainly, and I will just add in whenever I see fit.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you so much. Yeah, she's perfect with the ad-libs. Isn't that right? You're
So
supposed
right.
to say yes. You're about to say yes right there. But you know what? We're working on the dynamic. But again, Sister Jillian, it's always nice to have you on, co-hosting.
Third time, yeah?
Representing. This is the third time.
Third time.
Wow, third
Building
time.
up our tallies.
Ready? We always finish each other's.
Sentences.
Incorrect, but no, sure, that was right. Welcome again to INC Radio Hawaii Pacific. We're not the only ones that are here, as you can see. There's a third person all the way to our right, and that is our lovely sister.
Janice.
Ooh, Johnny.
Ooh, Janice.
Sister Johnny.
Janice.
Could you tell us, what's your name? You already said it.
Janice
where-
Garazaka.
Where are you from?
I am from the locale of Kaneohe. I live in Kailua.
You live in Kailua,
Kailua.
in the local congregation of
Kaneohe.
Kaneohe. What is your address? No,
What's your social security?
What is your credit card?
Credit card.
information?
Okay, I'll give it to
Security
you. I'll give you someone else's.
No, Sister Jalene's one. No, Shirley. But we're so glad to have you on. Oh, we forgot one more thing. Do you have a fun fact that you want to share about yourself?
I was a sniper in. No, I'm just kidding.
In a video game. Jing.
I was actually in the National Guard, Army National Guard for 5 years.
Wow.
And what was your job in the Army National Guard?
Sniper. I was just
What'd you say?
admin.
Nice.
Administrative.
Administrator
Yeah.
for
Same
snipers.
thing. Same thing.
Yes, sniper.
But we're happy again to have you again, Sister Jenny, Sister Jolene, and Brother
Okay.
Joshua. We're glad to be here on radio again, and the new format for our radio, because the brethren keep talking about it, the viewers and listeners keep asking for it. We're jumping straight into our questions. It's all about you now, Sister Janice, and we're going to start off with our first question. Is that you, Sister Janice?
Yes, it is. So for your first question, Sister Janice,
All right.
what do you do and what is your daily work day like?
I am a financial representative, so I've been doing that for 14 years now. And 6 years ago, I became a Medicare health plan consultant. I just wanted to broaden my book of business, and my daily, really, in the beginning, it was hard because you really have to promote yourself, get out there in the community, volunteer, introduce yourself. To for the Medicare consultant, for that part, I go out and introduce myself to the doctors and dentists and offer my services, what I do, so that I can service their seniors, their patients that needs help in the Medicare world.
That's really cool. So, financial representative.
I've done that, yes. That was my
that was
focus
before.
the first 10
Oh, the
years.
first 10 years,
But I
and then
still
for the
do
past
that
4
right
years.
now. But right now, my main focus, the last 4 or 5 years, is Medicare consultant, helping the kapunas, the seniors. Especially my niche is in the Filipino community. So I want to help the seniors that have a hard time in understanding the complex world of Medicare. So Medicare is actually a health insurance for 65 years old and above, and also for some who are disabled.
I didn't know that. I don't know if that's just me.
I did not know that. But very good information that we're learning right now. So, yeah, I know you mentioned it before that you go out and you introduce yourself to these doctors. Is this just something where you just knock, knock, knock?
No,
Hey.
I call them. So my daily would be a lot of phone calls,
Mm.
introduction, and ask for an appointment. Is it okay that I can come by, introduce myself? I'll bring you lunch.
Ooh, I like that. We're
You can
interested.
call me
No.
sister.
All right. So that's what I do. I make phone calls, build that relationship, introduce myself in the community, volunteer to nonprofit organizations. And then I go out there, meet my clients, and service them, help them find the best plan that fits their needs in the Medicare health insurance because it's very complex and they need someone to like handhold them, guide them to find the best plan that fits their needs.
That is very true. I'm really glad that you talked about that. How there are so many different types of plans. Especially when it comes to insurance. There's a lot of different insurance plans. Well, in my regard, because I used to do that. And when it comes to Medicare as well, there's different plans as well. So it's really cool that you put the customer first. That your services are provided for them. It's not for you.
Correct.
This is what you do for them. Is that right?
Yes, I want to add value in their lives, especially they don't understand if they speak in in Filipino or Tagalog, Ilocano, Visayan. I can help them because I'm able to translate and I understand all those three dialects,
Mm.
Filipino dialects. So that's my niche is help those who are not able to understand it in English. So I'm able to translate it in their native language.
That's a super great skill to have.
That is
Like none of your, I guess your clients would, not one of them would be the same as the other.
Yes,
So I know you said you did volunteer work as well. That's
I
a great
did.
way of getting the word on what you do out.
Right, yes. So we go out there in the community centers and we also do farm fresh. Like we give food
Nice.
to we go to the different housing and just give them food and vegetables.
That's great.
very cool. I'm glad. So, we wanted to ask this next question to you. It's so inspiring to hear the reason why people started up doing what they do. So, in this next question, Sister Denise, with the financial representative as a Medicare or Medicare consultant, even with the volunteer work, what inspired you to do all of these different things?
Well, I've always wanted to be independent, work for myself, and um, and I wanted to also help others. So in what way? So when I'm an entrepreneur, so I've been doing different types of business for the last 15, 20 years now. And in the beginning, as an insurance agent, as a financial representative, it was very hard. And I really had to do other stuff besides that. So, what inspired me really is to keep on going and to be flexible with my job so that I can do other things, be your own boss. And one thing I like about it is really I'm able to help the church. So if I can be flexible in my schedule with work, they can work. It works around my duties, so I can help the church.
That's what I really really like, especially when it comes to self-employment, owning your own business. That's something that uh, is an inspiration to yourself if you wanted to delve more into church. Like I know for me, talking from experience, going straight out of high school, that's what I wanted to do. Own my own business so that I could put my all into church. And thankfully, that's where I am kind of sort of, in my life right now, being able to dedicate even more time to church and my duties and whatever is asked of me, I will be able to do it. Is that's the same exact thing for you, right?
Like that.
Being able to put church first. That's what you want.
Yes, yes. And in the beginning, I had a hard time. But now when you truly dedicate yourself, like as you get older, you put God first, like, and you just dedicate to your duties, blessings come to you tenfold. And I'm just so blessed that I'm able to be where I'm at now, that I can do more for the church.
Mhm.
Though it was hard in the beginning, but yet along there was a lot of trials and error, and it navigated me to the right position or to the right career that I wanted to just focus on.
That's so great. I know we all say we have our dream jobs, what we want to do in the future, but at the end of the day, our dream job is what we want to do that gives us time to also dedicate to God.
Mm.
That's something that's
Yeah.
super super great about your job, about your situation too as well.
Yeah, no,
Hopefully, I'm there soon.
yeah, hopefully I'll be there soon. It's like within the ballpark. It's within like
A
the
wide
football field.
football field,
It's within the earth.
5 football fields.
It's somewhere around there. But you know that I really like what you said there. That we all have our own aspirations when it comes to careers, jobs. But our greatest aspiration when it comes to a job is a job that is blessed by God. That we're
Yeah.
able to perform our duties, and there's no hindrance at all, right?
Correct.
And that's what you feel like you have right now in your current job situation.
Yes, yes, thank God.
So I know you listed a lot of great things about this job. We're just wondering, what is your favorite part about your
What I
specific job?
do, I love adding value to other people's lives. I love helping them find the plan that suits them, make them happy, solve their problems, make them understand, and simplify the complexity of Medicare. I love the part where your clients becomes your friend, and you're able to change their lives, and that's to me is very rewarding.
I like that. Your favorite part is the fact that you get to help them. That's what Brother Ron was actually mentioning in our last INC radio. That his favorite part is the fact that he gets to go out there and see the people they've already seen before, and talk to them, get to know them, and help them whatever they need help in. And for you, um, I'm sure that you see a lot of new faces. How about for those reoccurring faces that you see more often than others? How does it feel, helping them?
It feels really gratifying. I mean, it's a fulfilling um uh, that I'm able to change their lives and they trust me, and what I like about it is that because I help them, they're able to now refer their family and friends to to me to help them. And right now, it's more of just referrals and servicing those people that I have helped throughout the years, and they're close to my heart. They're like my family now. Yeah.
I like how you said that family. It's something that we're is reoccurring a lot when it comes to careers and the brethren that we interview. But we see, from Church of Christ members, especially in their careers, their first priority is to make sure that they are okay. They're the people that they're servicing are okay.
Mhm.
That they build that strong trust. And I'm sure especially in the situation like this where you're dealing with Medicare, even in finances, it's something that's very, very sensitive. But
Right.
I can see that you putting them first
Yeah.
is allows them to trust you even more, right?
Correct. Yes. And that's what it is. If you make a difference in their life and build that um, brand that you're there to serve them, to help them find, um, make them understand or solve their problems, then they will be loyal to you. Yeah, they'll trust you even
Yeah,
more.
especially with what you're talking about. Right now with how you're running it, it's all based on referrals, or mostly based on referrals, like as you
For
said
now,
earlier.
yes.
And that's a really big step when it comes to being a business owner, right?
Yes. And it also, I want to thank the doctors, the specialists, and the providers that they have given me clients and referrals. So building that relationship with the doctors,
Mm.
trust that they trust you with their patients. And it's a huge deal that now you're just it's word of mouth is the best advertising, and for that to happen, you really have to brand yourself in serving others
Mhm.
and um, doing what is right for them, and go above and beyond in your service. Yeah.
I like that. Yeah. Go above and beyond in your service. I really like that. Of putting, the other people first for your own. It's
Correct.
not about a paycheck. It's not about the amount of money that you can get from doing
It'll
what you do.
come.
It'll come.
will.
It'll come.
What I
Yes.
always heard is, as long as you put the people first, the income, the paycheck, what you want, that is just going to be the byproduct.
Yes.
Helping people is the focus.
Yeah.
That's what you want. I really, really like your answer, Sister Jenny. And
Okay.
we talked about uh, the inspiration of why you wanted to start it. And volunteering in financial planning, right? Financial planning in Medicare consultant. How about the motivation to keep going? Even though there are hard times, struggles, why do you keep going?
My motivation really is to do more for the church. So if I dedicate my duty, I mean, do more time to serve, to fulfill my duties in the church and volunteer for the church, it that's my inspiration to grow my business even more, and to also um, help my family, my own family.
That's great.
Yeah.
We said this so many times before. Like
I don't know.
when we talk about others' careers and our careers, we always say, what do we prioritize first? And we always come back to the same thing. If we prioritize God, everything else should follow. So
Yeah.
it's great to see how you've applied it to your job.
Yes, I love that. Brother Brandon and Brother Roy over there, they're looking over and they're hearing your answer. They're like, they're giving us a double thumbs up. You're doing really really good, and I love that. Putting God first is always going to give us everything that we need. We're always taught that we don't have to worry about the other things. Of course, it's good that we are working towards the future that we want, but as long as we put that trust in God, as long as we give all of our hope, trust, we rely on Him. I like that. We're able to get everything that we need in terms of our necessities. Sister Jeline, I feel like we have even more questions that we want to ask Sister Jeline. Is that correct?
Yes, we do, sister. We
Oh my
actually
God.
have
Okay.
One more.
two more.
We have one more actually.
One more about this topic.
Yeah.
What lessons have you learned that molded you to be who you are today?
Today.
Oh God.
Sorry.
What lessons would be really um, doing loving your duty, loving, um, being honest and true to yourself, and just, gosh, that's such a hard question.
Let's try to make it
I think
easier.
I want to repeat the answers I've had.
That's okay. That's completely fine.
Let's try to make it simpler. Was there any, let's say, any hardships that, I guess, where you learned a lesson that molded you to be who you are today?
Okay, so overcoming challenges, um, striving to work for your faith is molded me to also overcome the challenges that I have in my work, to trust God and to give it, because ultimately you have all these plans, but ultimately God decides for you. He has a better plan for you. So what I've learned is that when I have goals in hand and it doesn't happen, and I'm being redirected, I just have to let go and let it be, and not hang on to it and stress about it, that why is it not you're not getting what you want, really, because it's not for you. So just trusting the process and trusting God that there is a better plan for you out there.
So great message for all of our viewers. Great message for us.
For us, we'll continue.
We can take notes.
I should have been taking notes. Wait, everything's recorded, so we can look back on it. No,
You
Sister
guys are
Jenny.
so used to this.
No,
Oh,
no, you
no.
should be hosting. Stop
Stop it.
Oh,
Shuddies.
it, Sister Jenny. I love how we continue to reiterate that trust in God is something that'll never be in vain. It is something that will only give us the benefits, blessings that come
Yes.
from Him.
Correct.
When do you feel like was that sticking moment, that change where you're like, you know what, I need to just let this go and let God handle it.
Well, there was times 6, 7 years ago. I had a plan and I know exactly how to get there, but I wasn't getting there. In fact, it fell apart.
Mm.
And I was like in a rut for a very long time. I didn't do anything. I was depressed. But then I learned that actually with that, I learned to like do more for God. I became more active
Mm.
and prioritize my duty. And when that happened, everything was easy.
I love that.
Oh,
We're like this today, Josh.
um,
Yes.
it was yes, really good one. Um, I man, you made you made me
Yeah.
such a um. There's a lot of experiences that the brethren go through. When you feel like you've hit rock bottom, when you feel like you've gotten below that, actually,
Hmm.
the moment that you let go and you let God, work His plan, work, His hands, blessing you and everything. That's when you'll really see how good He is.
And he will test you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He'll test you, and then even though it's so hard, you still continue to just do put everything and just completely just do everything for God. And you know what? It's been a blessing in the last few years. When that
And until now, it still feels that same way.
yes, yes.
Everything's
I love it. It makes me cry thinking about it really. Yeah.
Stop, you're gonna make us cry.
Oh,
Because
not
when
because
we,
we're sick.
when you talk about that, I can't help but think about my own experiences. From being where I was before to where I am now. The trust that you have to put in God is beyond anything you could have done before. Maybe like you were like this before. Now you're bigger this entire room. The amount of trust that you have put in Him, we can see that in you right now. That no matter how uncertain it may be at some times, you can see the one certainty that you have is that God will always be by us.
I feel like we've all had those moments in our lives
Oh
where
yeah.
we dwell on what isn't happening. We dwell on what we had planned and we weren't able to execute it. But
Mhm.
the second we turn to God, the second we dedicate more time to Him,
Mhm.
that's when everything starts working out. Everything starts falling into place.
Absolutely, I love that. We are on a roll today. We're really good. I would be crying if I wasn't sweating, so I'm crying through my head. No, it's
Okay,
not my head.
that's kind of gross.
Don't say that.
You guys are a pro.
But give me a double thumbs up, so it means I'm doing good. But those really are the or not those, I should say. Thank you, rather, Sister Jenny.
You're
This is Jenny.
welcome.
For coming here. I love having these talks of faith. Don't you,
Yeah,
Sister Jeline?
I do. I do. We get to talk about things we went through and compare them to others, and
Mhm.
they all kind of end up sounding the same.
They really do. That you go through this hard time. You're in a rut.
Yes,
In
yeah.
this hole, something that you felt like you couldn't go through, and then you turn to God,
Yes.
and that's where everything started falling into place. And we want to continue hearing about that, Sister Janice. But sadly, we are so close to the end of our show. You can see it's already 10:26 Hawaii Standard Time here on INCRadio Hawaii. That's okay. But we're gonna continue on in our show, and we're gonna ask you later, a message of positivity
Okay.
for the viewers, but not just yet. We're gonna
Okay.
ask first about the upcoming activities. Or tell you rather. We're gonna tell you, not ask. We're not gonna ask. We're gonna tell you rather what the upcoming activities are. Is that me or you, Sister Janae? That's a really good question. It's going to be me.
Flip a coin.
Flip a coin. Heads or tails. I think it'll be me, and then you can do the message of positivity.
Okay,
Yeah?
great.
Really? Yep. Yeah. Here we go. The upcoming activities for the district. There's something that is coming up very, very soon. Isn't that
Very
right?
soon.
Sister
I
Janae?
think it's in like
Like 2 days.
2 days.
It's about 2 days. Isn't that right, Brother Erwin? Brother Brandon? I wish
I
they
wish we had a
camera.
camera.
I know, right? You can tell they're brothers.
In-laws.
In-laws, brother in-laws. Anyway,
Brothers in faith.
brothers in faith. I like that. So the upcoming activities, there's one that you really need to pay attention to, and that is our Unity Games basketball edition. Isn't that right, Brother Jendo? He gave me a thumbs up as well. Can you do that? You did it as well. You can't see it. We're gonna turn the camera around later on, but it is our Unity Games basketball edition. That is May 26th. But not only that day, right? There's another day.
Yes,
It is
I think it's
the
the
day-
next day.
The day right after that, on Memorial Day, correct? May 27th.
27th.
So 26th and 27th. The first day is gonna start at 2:30 p.m. But that's not when we're gonna get there, right? Sister
No,
Janae?
of course not, brother.
What time are we encouraging them
2 a.m.
you gotta be there. You gotta set up to. No, I'm joking. Just be there at 2 p.m. because at 2:30 that's when we're gonna start our opening ceremony, and we encourage you to not miss any of that. We're also gonna tell you what time you're gonna be there on the 27th, but you're gonna find out what time that is on the 26th. Just kidding. It is at 8 a.m. 7
7
a.m. Do I
a.m.
hear 6? I hear 6 a.m. No,
Do I hear 6:45?
6:45.
6:59.
It is at 7:30.
Can you
I was
entertain
like-
yourself?
I know I'm pretty fluent in this. That is another language that I can.
Okay.
At 7:30. Thank you, Brother Brandon, for helping us out. But that is the upcoming activities. If you have any more information that you want to ask from us, ask Brother Brandon. He's always by his phone. He's always there, and he's gonna throw up
Like a referee.
at 7:30 again. Now, on the topic or part of the rundown that we wanted to ask you before we talked about the upcoming activities. Sister Jeline, take it away.
Yeah, I know. We talked about a lot, or you actually gave a lot of great advice for all of our
thank
listeners,
you.
for us. But as your final question, what is your message of positivity for the viewers on listening?
Well, know who you are, know who you're not, and know where you're going and how to get there. And
Great.
always have happy thoughts, always find positive in every struggles that you may face, and do not dwell on it. Just move on, be grateful of what you have.
That's going on my vision board.
That is,
Okay.
that is. I'm gonna start quoting that. I'm gonna type it and then make it a scheduled message
All right.
on me so I can hear it every day.
Every morning.
I like that.
Yes, with that said, you also have a self-love affirmation, because you have to continue to remind yourself that you're worthy of whatever it is that you want in life. So, and because there's so many negative things going around out there, and if you have reminders of who you are, then it'll help you get there.
Great.
I love that.
I love
Reminders. Remind yourself that you are worthy, that everything that you're working for, you can,
Get it.
attain that.
Yes.
And also having always that trust in our Almighty God. I
Correct.
believe that hits all of the check marks that we were at. And I think we're ready now, right, Brother Erickson, to close out the show.
Everyone questions.
Is
Right,
that
Mama
Brother
Kate?
Jendo?
Brother Nathan?
Brother Roy, yeah. We're ready to close out the show. They're actually telling us to hurry up.
Oh,
Okay, okay.
Sorry.
They're doing
Sister
this
Kate, I'm
behind the
sorry,
camera.
I'm sorry. But we're gonna close out the show now. But before we do, we always want to give a special thanks to these special people. Isn't that right, Sister Jeline?
Chris.
Of course.
I forgot your name.
Wow.
Of course, Wait,
You guys are fun.
we have more special thanks for our beloved Executive Minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo, our CFO Coordinator and SEDC President, Brother Angelo Irani Manalo, and their families, our District Minister, Brother Jem H. Bayetan, our Assistant District Minister, Ka-Ador Apostol, and CFO Overseer, Brandon Pacheco, as well as their families. Thank you so much. Hi, Brandon. He's giving us a big smile behind the camera. I wish you guys could see it. I'm actually
Turn the
gonna
camera.
flip it around right
Turn the
now.
camera just to Brother Brandon, and he's gonna close out the show for
He
us.
turns it off.
But thank you again for tuning into INCRadio Hawaii Pacific. We are so glad we saw you this week, and we're expectant and even more
Expected. Even more expected.
even more expectant to see you next week. We love you so much. Goodbye and aloha.
Aloha. Go to sleep.
Go to
Brush your
sleep.
teeth.
Brush your teeth. Wash your hands. Wait,
Wash your
they
hands.
didn't hear you. One more time. Woo! Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye, everyone. Well, this is
Thank
the end of the
you.
show. Goodbye.
Brush your
Goodbye.
teeth.
Brush your teeth. Wash your hands.
Pray.
Wash your hands.
Pray before you sleep.
Ooh, pray.
Oh.
Pray at all times.
Okay.
You guys
Woo.
are fun.